run screws were fine. I don't remember how mine were. Wait, was I private run? Yeah, I think I was the private run. There we go. Brass weight? Yeah, brass weight. And the very first batch of colors. It was the very light purple instead of the darker purple. All right, so we're gonna pop off these stabilizers because I want to keep them. Didn't even know there was different quality screws. So there's huge amounts of differences between screws. So there's the composition, first of all. So like you'll have 316 steel, or you'll have 304 or 18-8, right? Or like 916. There are different grades of steel, but that still doesn't mean much because cheap Chinese manufacturers will, you know, say, oh, this is 316, but it's a terrible 316, or it's not even 316. So there's like no rules for actual specifications to follow. So it's kind of the Wild West. I mean, I assume in like decent countries there are, but in China, you know how it is. But yeah, I mean, you want good material, and then you want good molds. Are titanium screws any good? I don't know, actually. I've only used stainless steel, though when I work on my i2, if titanium screws actually offer a decent weight saving, then I might go with titanium screws, because I want to keep the weight on that like as low as humanly possible. Oh god, polycarb screws, Jesus Christ. Shoot me now. Take me out of the game of life. We got a good amount of stabs from just disassembling boards today. It's nice that I won't have to lube these or do anything. They're just ready to go. All right, let's see how the PCB is holding up in terms of lube. Yeah, there's some lube stains, as is customary with all of my keyboards. Some lube stains right there, lube stain there, lube stains over here. But nothing a little... What's going to happen to this MSXT? I plan to sell it at some point. But for now, I'm just going to put it in a box. Because I don't use it, and it's literally just, you know, getting rusted by existing, so... Shout out to Wilba for this PCB. Yeah, I know shipping, but like I'm gonna offer like a decent enough rate so it compensates for shipping. So shout out to Wilba for this PCB, even though it's hot swap, which makes me want to hang myself. It's super well done. It's got freaking in-switch RGB, which is wild. It's very clean. I love the matte finish. The way that he's done the traces is very pretty. This was before he started doing more curvy things, design-wise. But it's very cute. That's very nice. That's very nice. That's all printed on with traces. Roma. All right, let's see if I still have the original bag for the PCB. Because I don't think I do, but it's worth a try. Is this the whole thing? Yeah, this is the whole thing. Fuck. So I guess not. It's just one box. The fuck? Okay. I thought it was like multiple boxes. But it's just the one. So I'm gonna have to get an anti-static bag for the PCB. We'll do that now. I've lost 1 hour worth of Simon coins. You shouldn't have gambled them. Oh no, you didn't. You weren't in the stream. Zamp. Did your cable for the P1 oxidize? I don't know. I'm not using it. But every stock cable, like no matter how nice, will oxidize always. Like even my like higher end IEM cables just immediately oxidize because of the high humidity here. Mine did, it turned green. Mine turned like greenish blue. Alright, that's all set. Yeah. So weird? It's not that weird. It's fairly normal for copper to oxidize. Copper always turns green. Okay, that's the PCB pretty much ready to ship. So we've got the internal weight here. What I'd like to do is clean it up a little bit. I think, oh, it's brass. That explains it. Yeah, brass is just terrible. It seems to be full sealed. It's never a full seal. With time, the seals will break. Need to get a dry box for everything. Yeah. All right. That's clean. I mean, the grease is still there, but what are you going to do? It's an internal weight anyway, so it shouldn't matter. It's the external one we care about. All right, let's take a peek at the bottom, make sure it's all nice and clean. That all looks very good to me. Yeah, that's all good. Just a little bit of dust. Yeah, okay. Bottom is all good. Let's take a look at the top. This side is fine. The finishing here on the edge is not great. Like, this was polished way too hard. Or, like, I see the effect he was going for. He's going for like the Apple effect, where like the edges are like significantly more reflective by cutting it at like a near 45-degree angle. That gives you the illusion that like the edges sparkle more, but the actual finishing is quite poor. The front, yeah, it looks like all the edges are pretty much the same way. Like, you can see it's not even. You can see that there's quite a few marks there. And obviously that's a result of taking, you know, this type of angled cut. So there's nothing you can do about that from a manufacturing standpoint. It would be very, very hard to like manufacture it perfectly. That all looks fine. There's a little dirt here. That's all good now. There we go. The clear 3M dots yellow over time. Keep in mind that the 3M dots are not 3M. The adhesive on the dots is 3M, and the actual plastic is made by a variety of different Chinese manufacturers. So I learned this when I was doing the feet for the ISO. So what pretty much everybody will do is they will buy adhesive sheets from 3M, but then they will print or make their own rubber. And then depending on the quality of that rubber, some of them might yellow over time, and some of them might be good. All right, so this is filthy because it's PVD, but we got paper towel. And paper towels fix all things. Except for my clumsiness. Yeah, I think this is gonna need a little bit more Windex. There we go. This is the issue with PVD, or at least with glossy PVD, because matte PVD is a thing, and matte PVD is actually quite nice. Did you like typing on the M6G? Honestly, I hated it. I used this keyboard for a grand total of like 3-4 minutes, and then never again. The thick integrated plate is too thick and terrible feeling for me. I like a nice thin plate with a little bit of flex. This is like the exact opposite. So like every time you bottom out, it feels like you're just typing directly on your desk. All right, in terms of the inspection, it all looks good. It's gonna clean up some of the lube marks on the aluminum. It's quite a lot of lube everywhere because I love to fill it with lube. M6U is a great doorstop. Yep, it sure was. Yeah, that looks fine. All right, what we will do, I mean, we tried to clean this up, but it's just, you know, as a result of the fact that it's brass and the finishing is not very thick, it's just always going to have stains every time you touch it, which sucks. What we're going to do is just reassemble this. I'm going to toss these screws in with, I guess, the PCB. We'll just imagine using plate thicker than your PP. Yes, gotta head to bed. We'll catch your stream some other time. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Drop a follow. All right, let's close it up. Like, it's a beautiful looking key.